everybody, and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul, and you can kind of like see all the books here. I'm doing it this way because I haven't made a video for a while because I've been ill, and I just thought, you know what, today I'm going to film a video this way. So hopefully that's again, I think because it's a book haul, you'll be able to get a better, close look at the books. I've got the books in sections. As you can see, there's quite a few. I'm hoping to kind of get through a lot of these before buying any more. This is kind of like a random pile. That's a pile from Amazon. That's a pile from Waterstones, and this is a pile from Waterstones. I do try and mostly buy the books from Waterstones because I want to support the bookshop. Okay, so I'm trying to think where to start. I'll start here at the front of this pile. I won't be going too much into depth about what the books are about, just because there's quite a lot of them that take a long time. But the first one we have is Edge of Extinction. This is like a fun dinosaur middle grade book. It looks really cool. They're kind of underground, and then they have to kind of fight off these dinosaurs. I got this for my birthday from Josh, as well as the next one. This is kind of what this random pile is. So I'm looking forward to this. I'd known about it before, and I said I wanted to pick it up because I love Jurassic World and I loved the Cryptic Hunters series, so that's kind of why I wanted that one. Next one is Alien Rain, and just look at that cover, it looks so cool. It's about these people who live on Mars, and then some of them are chosen to go down to Earth. I don't know why. I guess I'll find out when I read it, but that just sounded like a really cool concept to me. I've heard of similar things before. It's like a bit of a sci-fi book, but I just loved this cover. And then the next one, oh, it's starting to rain a lot, and it's kind of coming in. Oh, hold on. Oh, can you hear the thunder? It is like thundering and hailing. It's been very hot. Now we've got a thunderstorm. Either way, we will continue. Okay, the next one my mum picked up for me, and it is The Chronicles of Egg, Death, Water and Sunrise, and this is the first in a series. It looks really cool. It's kind of like a pirate island type of book, so maybe I'll pause because of the rain. Okay, we've got through the first three. Let me pause and wait for the rain to kind of die off because it's probably going to be a bit annoying. Okay, so the rain has died down somewhat, but there is still thunder. Okay, the next three I got from Hotkey Books, and I love Hotkey Books' books. So Sophie Someone, and this is the Costa book listed, shortlisted, what am I on about? Book listed? No, book awards. And this is a contemporary book, I believe, about a girl who's from, where's she from? I don't think it says on the back, but she's from a country that isn't the same as mine, which I always like to read books with the protagonist from a different place, a different, you know, so you can kind of get into their head. But this is just like a cute book, and I love blue, so I love that colour. The next one is With Malice, which I've been hearing loads of people talk about. This is an art copy, as you can see there. Well, you can kind of see. It says that's number 50. Anyway, so With Malice, I don't know too much about it. I want to go into it a little bit blind, but I've been hearing lots of people talk about it. And the next one is Nightfall, which is basically about this place where there's, it says there, 14 years of day and with no night, and then there's 14 years of night that follows. And that alone I thought was like really interesting. So obviously it's coming up to the time where it's going to be nightfall and everybody has to evacuate this island, because obviously they can't be there during the times when it's all night. It just sounds really interesting. Actually, I think it would have been interesting as well if they would have had to survive like all pure just night. But either way, Nightfall. Okay, I think now we'll go on to the ones that I got from Amazon, and the first one is The Museum of Heartbreak. I loved this book. I talked about it in my June wrap-up. It's a really brilliant book. It's just, I don't know, it's not overly wow, but for some reason for me it just kind of connects with me well. It's a contemporary book, and it's set in New York, and I just loved it. And look at the back here. Yeah, I do talk about it more, like I say, in my wrap-up for June. The next one looks really cool, and that is Crow Mountain. Again, I love this cover, and it kind of I think it's set on a ranch. Let's have a look. Well, on holiday in Montana. Yeah, it's kind of like that country type of vibes, and I was just really in the mood for that kind of book, and that's why I picked up this one, which I hadn't really heard anyone talk about, and the next one, which I haven't really heard anyone talk about, it's kind of, again, I think she's on some kind of ranch or something, and that is Longbow Girl. And again, these covers are just so awesomely bright and colourful. But yeah, I was kind of in the mood for those kind of country vibes because it's summer and things like that, so I'm really excited for those too. The next one I got is another popular one, and that is Highly Illogical Behaviour by John Corey Whaley. I'm hoping to read this month in July. I like this cover, and I know a lot of people have been reading this and really enjoying it. I've not read a book by him before, So this will be my first one, but still super excited about that. Next one is a spin-off / sequel type thing to This Is the Boy Most Likely To, and it is spinning off from My Life Next Door, which I loved and was definitely one of my favourite books of the year so far. So needless to say, that's why I picked it up, and I will be picking up Huntley Fitzpatrick's other book, which is called What I Thought Was True, which isn't to do with this series, but still, I love that the spines match as well. I'm looking forward to that one. And then we have another one that I just heard good things about, and it's Lying About last summer. Kind of gave me a We Were Liars vibe, and which I did enjoy last summer, so I thought this would be a good one for this summer, so I'm excited about that one. Plus it's a nice little short read too, so you could probably get through that in a day out in the sun, so that'd be good. And then the next one I got, actually the next few I did talk about in the Amazon haul, so I won't talk about them too much. Peak by Roland Smith. I enjoy Roland Smith as an author, so that's why I picked that one up. I'm looking forward to reading that, and there is a sequel coming out. Then we have Dear George Clooney, and this is by Susan Nielsen, who wrote We're All Made of Molecules, and that is why I picked this book up. Again, I talked about these in my Amazon haul. Next one looks really cool. Well, the next two are both mysteries, and this one is Love, Lies and Spies. I just love this cover, and I think it's set in the 1800s, or I'm not sure. It's definitely set back in time somewhere. So, oh, look at that spine. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And then the next one is another kind of mystery, and it is The Clockwork Scarab. I think they're coming out with a third one, or they have come out with a third one, and it is the Stoker and Holmes novels, so I just really wanted to get the first one and read through this. It's kind of in a weird format, like it's a very big book for a paperback, I don't know. Either way, Clockwork Scarab. And then finally for the Amazon books, I have Poison, which I heard Conor O'Brien talk about in his Animal Sidekicks book. That's why I wanted to pick this up, because it's got a piglet, so I was like, yes, I really want that book. So I got that off kind of his Animal Sidekick recommendation. So that's exciting. Okay, now all these other ones are all from Waterstones. So the first one I have here, oh, it's a bit dusty because I just had these on the table for a few days, and it is Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella, and a lot of people have been talking about this one. A lot of people like this one, so I am looking forward to read it for that purpose. Obviously, like I said, it's a contemporary, really into my contemporaries right now, so there's that one. Then we have The Girl of Ink and Stars, which is a kind of children's middle grade, and this was the book of the month for May. Now, I did not read this one yet, but the Waterstones have Children's Book of the Month, which I am trying to read now, each one on the month, but I haven't read this one yet. But look, it's got all these, you can't really see actually, you can a little bit, it's got all these really pretty, there you go, insides and the pages, and like, look at that. So it looks like a really pretty book, so I'm looking forward to that one. And I've also got Perigee and Me, which I cannot wait to read. I don't know why I've taken so long to read this. It's about this little alien and this little girl, and it just sounds so cute, but look at that cover. I'm kind of on a bit of a cover buying thing. Next one, shouldn't need too much explaining, Percy Jackson and the Greek Gods. It's taken me forever to pick this one up. I also need to get Percy Jackson and the Greek Heroes. Love the Percy Jackson series. I'm currently reading Heroes of Olympus, so pick this one up. It's just kind of like his take on the Greek stories. Next one I've got is The Princess Diaries. I do want to get all these in these new covers. I have never read The Princess Diaries, but I've seen the movies, and I love the movies. And everyone's obviously been reading these, well, more last year because the newer one came out. So I want to get these read through. I'm hoping to get to this quite soon. Next one I've got is Shut Out. I enjoyed the movie of The Duff. I haven't read the book, so I want to pick up another book by that author. So I went with this one. So there we go, that's Shut Out. And then a couple of books I have read. Oh, the books just all fell down. The pile that I was making to the side just fell. Oh dear. Okay. We Are All Made of Molecules. I talked about this a bit earlier. I talked about this in my June wrap up. And yeah, so I've read this one and I have talked about it in a video and put it on a different pile now that all my piles have fallen over. Okay. Another one I talked about in my June wrap up, The Uncommoners. But look at this cover. This was the children's book of the month for June. So got that one read in June. And honestly, I really enjoyed it. And if you want to know more about it, like I say, check out my June wrap up. And then another one which is in the kind of children's middle grade section is Little Bits of Sky. And if you look here, how cool is that? Honestly, that is why I picked it up. But the story itself sounded good. I think it's about two orphans who kind of are in misfortune, and then I'm actually not quite sure. It's been a while since I pick this one up, but it just looks so pretty. And then finally I picked up this one because I've heard lots of people talk about it, and it is Seed. I believe this is kind of like a bit of a cult type thing. They're in this place and they don't know that much of the outside world. I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard people talking about this one. It sounds really interesting, so that's Seed. Okay, now let's move on to this final Waterstones pick up pile. Okay, so the first one we have is the one that is the Children's Book Club Book of the Month for July. I have not read it yet, but I hope I will get it finished in July. And it is The Accidental Pirates. I don't know much about it, but I picked it up, like I say, because it's the Book of the Month, so there we go. Next one is one, again, that's been going around on BookTube, and it is You Know Me Well by Nina LaCour and David Levithan. Yeah, I honestly don't know too much about it, but I picked it up, honestly, because of what people have been saying about it, so. And plus, again, it's a little short book. I do like my short reads in the summer. Next one is The Darkest Part of the Forest. I enjoy Holly Black, and I've been wanting to pick this one up for a long time, but I just never seem to get around to it. So then when I was in Waterstones and I was picking up a few, I was like, aha, I will pick up this one. And, oh, also, I think it was on the buy one get half price, so that was a good pick up for there. The next one is The Boy at the Top of the Mountain, and this is from the author of The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. Now, I love the movie for The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, so I was like, you know what, I want to read this book. I don't usually like to read books after I've seen the movie. Like, I've not read the book for The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, but I may do, because I do really enjoy the movie. I mean, it's very sad, but so I'm hoping to enjoy this one. But yeah, I really don't know too much about it. I know it's kind of set again around the war, but that's all I really know. This one again was kind of on a cover pickup, Night Wanderers. I just looked at the cover and thought, ah yes, I love that. It looks so pretty, it looks summery, the back is so cool. So again, I don't know too much about this one, but I just kind of like picking up books on the spirit of the moment lately. I've been finding some good finds. This one is If I Was Your Girl, and I believe it is a transgender story, and that the author also is transgender. So I think that's what, like I say, I haven't read it yet, but I believe that's what the story is. I thought it'd be really interesting reading. I've been hearing some fantastic things about this book, so again, so I picked that one up. The next one is one actually I've also been hearing good things about, and it is The Game of Love and Death. But just the whole concept of it just sounds brilliant. I'm not too sure, because when I read the back here, it sounded different than a synopsis I heard somebody else give. So I think I'm going to have to wait to read this one to give a full synopsis. And the next one I picked up because I love my kind of middle grade crime, and this is Mysteries and Mayhem, and it's 12 mysteries, all by different authors, and I thought this looked so cool. It's The Crime Club. I hope they come out with more. I've not read it yet, but I cannot wait to read it. I love what's that book called? Oh my gosh, there's the Murder, Most and Ladylike, but there's other ones as well, which I cannot think of the name of. And then another middle grade, coming to the end now, and I've not got much space in my camera, so it's a good job. We got Scarlet and Ivy, The Lost Twin. They've recently republished these covers, and there's a series. It just sounded really interesting. Again, kind of mystery. Got some boarding school in. So I was like, yes, I will read that one, and I'll be excited about it. And then finally, one I picked up just because I'm not sure. I look at this and I'm like, how did I come back picking this up? It was whispered to me, and it's very large. I don't know why I picked it up. So I hope that it'll be a surprising read. We'll have to see. So that was my book haul. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hope you didn't mind that it was this way. It's starting to rain again, so I will go. But I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.